Just 15:05. We've been located originally in the Kurrajong sector. We responded up to Bilpin sector and we're set up here between basically the fruit bowl. There's a location further to the west and this location here, which is high in the sky.
Oscar 48 to Oscar Leader. We traversed as far as the fruit bowl. My impression, the fire is definitely burning south of the fruit bowl.
So we've just been tasked to 2 pumps to protect a house down to the south of Belzina Road. As you can see, the conditions are changing, so they're concerned with the fire running up the ravine behind it. So yeah, we've got 2 pumps going down to protect that. We've called for some aerial support, so hopefully they'll come in and sort of give us a bit of a hand on the perimeter before the fire gets to us. 2 crews down there, and we'll just have to see how conditions go because it is starting to change a little bit, and hopefully we can sort it out before it goes really pear-shaped. So we had a slow-moving fire to the west of us. It was quite stagnant for a long period of time. We had aerial protection with us, just wetting around the perimeter of the house we were protecting. Then all of a sudden a wind changed to the southwest. I don't know how strong, but pretty strong. Pretty much grounding fire straight through the ravine up against us. Basically over the top of us. Nearly cut off our egress, so we had to get a pump out urgently, dropped all hose. That was heavy, that was very full on. I'm really stoked that everyone made it out of that without any major issues. Yeah, shaky, so yeah, that was good. So we're just going to continue property protection. So that's our next job. So we've got an elderly gentleman inside this property. The fire's making its way up to the rear. Elderly gentleman inside, Steve, I've liaised with him and we're going to protect him in place inside. So he's got really good fire separation, so we're confident we'll be able to hold this off. And then yeah, just told him to stay inside, stay in the clean air. I reckon we've probably got 10 minutes till impact, so we're going to run out lines of hose on either side of the house to make sure we've got the whole thing covered. We've got an RFS unit down to our left protecting that house. As you can see, it just keeps going. We've got Steve, we've got a whole heap of birds and things like that, so we're going to protect them for him and look after that.
Hi, I'm Rick Lindsley. I'm on Oscar 18 strike team today. We were tasked with property protection for a house at Kurrajong Heights. The elderly gentleman opted to protect in place along with his birds. The fire front has now passed. We're going through and putting out some spot fires, and the good news, all the birds are still alive.
Okay, go closer. Yeah, we got a spot over here. There was threatening the power lines, power pole, transformer on the other side of the road with the infrastructure. Got a call from our driver. Got up here and knocked it out. So all good at the moment.
You tell them he's got to get to Tutti Frutti because they are getting hammered. They got urgent messages for water.
We're just on the Belzina Road. We just pulled up to this fruit barn here that was unprotected. It started to get into the building. We've managed to stop it at this stage, but yeah, it's going to be crazy here at the moment. There's numerous properties being affected.
We've just had a member of our Oscar strike team hit by a car on Belzina Road, which is really disappointing. Gladly he's not seriously injured, but they're taking him to hospital. Really scary when you hear things like that. It's a big concern working on roads, especially in conditions like this. Managed to save 3 houses in a shed, which didn't think we were going to be able to. I think we may have lost the property, which I'm going to go and do an assessment on now. Oscar 18 SO to Oscar 18 crew.
18 pump replying.
Yeah, just for your info, boys. I'm not sure exactly how, but this house we were trying to protect and had to abandon is standing.
I don't think anybody expected to have the ferocity of this fire. So we've been overrun several times. We've had one of our crew injured, taken to hospital. We've lost equipment, and we're down to bare bones on fuel on one of the trucks. But crew's been amazing. You know, the guys just really put it forward. So not only that, these guys, these bulk tanker carriers, they're driving through this smoke back and forth to keep us going. So it's an amazing job all round.
Firefighter David Williamson, station at 50 in Hornsby. We're here with the CAPS tanker. Our job today is obviously as a tanker to fill the pumps which are empty, and also to lay down foam blankets and protect the structures, etc.
G'day, I'm Brent Griffiths, Station Officer. I'm the Fleet Operations Officer. I'm up here to provide logistics support from a fleet perspective. Today we've had numerous trucks break down whilst on the job. I'm providing assistance, whether it be ducking over to pick up the crews and take them from the truck and bring them back to a safe refuge, arranging mechanics to attend when possible depending on fire conditions. And I'm also here to provide support for the bulk water supply, which is manned by our transport drivers that are civilians. So Fleet Operations Officer comes along and makes sure that if conditions get bad, they've got support from a uniformed staff person that can take them away from the bulk water supply and put them in a safe refuge.
Superintendent Josh Turner, Forward Command up in the Hawkesbury. I was one of 3 Forward Commanders in place here today. We started the day with high risk, expecting a high level of winds. We were very fortunate in the morning that those winds didn't come through, but at about 4 o'clock we were hit by a southerly change and it impacted on the areas of Bilpin and Kurrajong Heights. We had to quickly move crews from Bowen Mountain and other areas that we thought were earlier at risk to react very quickly to these fires and these fire fronts that came through with quite an intense level of strength. But we're very proud of the crews. They spent a lot of the morning watching and doing a lot of community engagement activities, and then had to switch on very quickly to respond to the critical incident that was in front of them. They did an incredible job. Very proud of the work they did. Unfortunately, the impact of this we will not know for a couple of days until we put in some impact assessments with the Rural Fire Service to see the real loss that's happened here. But the fire rescue crews did an excellent job considering the circumstances.